How are you gonna cook and clean? Oh my gosh, you're so silly.
Delicious. Well, thank you, Carson.
I love you.
Leo says there's nothing like home cooking.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we have a very special guest. We are gonna make spaghetti pie tonight, but this is not my recipe. This is Bunkey's recipe. He's like the master at it. So I thought I would let him take over. Of course, I'll help him and be his little sous chef, but this is gonna be Bunkey's recipe. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. We eat this at least once a month, twice a month. It is great for leftovers for the next day to take to work. That's like the best part. So I'm gonna let Bunkey get started.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so before we get started, I'm gonna go over ingredients with you guys. Of course, you will need ground beef.
Or sausage.
Or sausage. No, really?
Preference, personal preference.
Okay, whatever. We do ground beef. You will need Parmesan cheese. You do not have to do the Italian. I've told you guys before, we love this, so we always mix mozzarella and the Italian together. If you don't have this, just use your mozzarella. You'll need 2 eggs. Some spaghetti. We love the thin spaghetti. It's our favorite now. And then whatever jar of red sauce that you have. I've just started liking red sauce, so we do the 3 cheese, easing me into it. You will need some ricotta, and then Bunkey likes to throw some oregano in the meat while it's cooking. It just gives it more flavor. And you will also need some butter later on.
Step 1, brown the beef. Also, you might want to go ahead and get your oven preheated and get your water boiling.
Okay, what are we preheating the oven to?
350.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't forget to salt the water.
It's gonna be like ocean water, so salty.
Nah.
But Alex Corner Shelley says that it should taste like ocean water.
You can't over salt the water.
Yeah.
Get the meat of your choice cooking. Brown it up. But I don't like to take it all the way because it will cook in the oven. I don't know how to describe how to not take it all the way, but you just got to feel that out for yourself.
Okay, can I be doing anything for you while you're doing that? What can I do for you? Nothing?
You can open the ricotta and you could crack those eggs into a bowl and whisk
it them? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Need a fork. Okay, so the hamburger meat is cooked and all of the grease has been drained from it. Like we said, Bunkey puts a little bit of oregano in the meat while it's cooking just to give it a little bit of extra flavor.
And then, very difficult step here, add about 3/4 of your jar of sauce. And then just let that hang out while you start the rest of this process.
Okay, so basically what Bunkey's saying is you're going to stir this together and then let it just sit on the burner. You don't have to have it on, or you can have it on low just to keep it warm while you're putting together everything else. Okay, so Bunkey wants y'all to see it now since it's like got the sauce in there.
Uh-huh.
He says that it's kind of like a ragu, which is
where the ragu sauce brand gets its name. I'm not entirely sure of that, but I think it's fun.
If you guys don't know, Bunkey is like insanely good at Jeopardy. You're a great whisker. Okay, what's next? By the way, if you guys like, if we have this and you can see the living room and stuff and blue tape, it's because our house is being painted, so all the furniture is like all over the place. There's blue tape everywhere. It just is what it is right now.
Next.
Okay.
You can go ahead and take that butter.
You gotta melt it.
Oh no.
You gotta put that in the noodles, you dingbat.
This is my recipe, ma'am.
Bunkey,
And I
you
don't
have to only, oh Lord.
No, because the thing is, my friends, there's no need to put this butter in your microwave because the heat from the noodles is going to melt the butter. You will see.
No, but you have to mix the noodles with the butter, I think.
Just watch. Watch me.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, what's next?
You want to get about 3/4 of your box of noodles. No exact measurements here.
Except for you do always try to exact measure.
I'm gonna get a little bit more out of here. Okay. Now, personally, I like to break the noodles in half. You don't need to show this part. Okay.
Dang! Surprised you could do that.
You know how they say that thing about tearing a newspaper in half? Try that. Get your noodles in there.
We need a bigger pot.
We do. But you need to go ahead and get them moving around. Otherwise, they stick together. Like
That happened one time to us, and it was the worst.
Yeah.
That was not a good experience.
And then just let those boil to, you know, a nice al dente.
Can you guys tell this man keeps me laughing all day, every day?
Meanwhile, our meat sauce is just hanging out over here, as we said.
Bunkey has doctored up the sauce. He's added some Parmesan, some cracked black pepper, and some garlic powder to it, just so you know.
Now, you add your noodles to your massive pile of butter, and it will melt it.
Or you can mix the melted butter into the noodles.
No need to go through all that trouble, though,
Okay.
because, as you will see in just a moment, we're going to melt this butter up. Look at it. It's just melting away.
Okay.
Melting away. So you kind of stir this together first. Get everybody up in the butter. And then we're going to build ourselves a little bit of a pit here in a second. I'm about to add some eggs to this. But you can't add the eggs when it's too hot, or else you'll have scrambled eggs in your noodles. Spread those out through there as best as you can.
That's just 2 eggs, by the way. Scrambled with nothing else in them. Or whisked, I should say, not scrambled.
Yeah, whisked. Then get this mixed together. So then now, you're going to kind of create a little bit of like a wall up the sides here. Because you want your, all of the middle section to kind of be like a, what am I trying to say?
Well.
Yeah, a well. There you go. So build yourself a little mountain here. Build your walls up, I mean. Now we're gonna try and add the rest of this sauce that we reserved.
What's next?
Next, this may be personal preference or not, but I like to add just little teeny, just little dollops of ricotta. So just get yourself a little bit there. Just take it and just every, couple spaces, add yourself a little bit of ricotta. Next, you add ridiculous amount of cheese. Now this can be to your liking, of course, so stop whenever you want to.
Or keep going.
Or just keep going, yeah, because You know, you're usually not gonna hurt anybody's feelings with extra cheese. This is all mozzarella. I like to kind of get it spread out a little bit. Each one of them spread out a little bit into each other. The Italian, this is a more finely shredded. Oh yeah. And a little parm. Not as much of this one.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sharper. I'm gonna eat this at work tomorrow too.
That's a masterpiece, Bunk.
And last but not least, some fresh cracked pepper on the top. And then you gotta cover it. I put the shiny side down. I don't know if that's proper technique or not, but that's what happens. About 18 minutes. And then check it. And then
Take the tinfoil off.
foil off. And then we'll see how it turns out.
But it cooks for longer than 18 minutes, right?
Once you take the foil off, about 7 more minutes.
Okay. Okay, so the first 18 minutes are done. So we're gonna pull it out and take off the tinfoil. Let's get a sneak peek. Show us, Bunky. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you're so funny.
Presents. You gotta pop this bad boy back in there.
For like 10 to 15 more minutes, right? Until it's all melting.
Until the cheese is, you know, where you want it to be. So that's a personal preference. You can have it a little brown on top or just barely melted.
Monkey, this looks so good. I'm proud of that. Are you proud of
I'm
that?
gonna eat it.
Okay, cut it up.
Now you have to. You have to let it rest for at least like 5 minutes, or else you're gonna have a big gooey nonsense. This is kind of like a lasagna, but it's spaghetti.
We call it spaghetti pie.
It's great though.
Yum, Bunky, this looks so good.
Here it is, folks.
Yum.
Booyah!
Hang on, hold it still.
Okay.
Delicious. It's hot. Oh, it's really hot.
The key is waiting until it cools. You burn your mouth.
It is amazing.
Is it good?
Oh, it's amazing. It's really good. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I will leave the recipe down in the description box so that you guys can make this yourself. It is one of our favorite meals. Thank you to Bunkey for taking over and making this recipe for us.
My pleasure.
It's really good. You guys are gonna have to try it. If you want to see more Bunkey, then give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.